Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Daily Oracle Pull. Whenever you find this, really, I hope you're having a great day. And today we're going to be pulling cards from the Tea Leaf Oracle, and that one's by Ray Hepburn. We're going to get some cards from the Star Seed Oracle, and that one's by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is by Danielle Noel. We're going to get a Daily Crystal Inspiration card, and that one's by Heather Askenazi. And lastly, we'll pull a card from the Super Attractor deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. So we'll get a little prayer over these cards, and then we'll read the energy and symbolism of the day together. All right. All right. Hey, Matthew, good to see you. Oh my gosh, long time. Welcome. Wonderful. So we're going to start with the Starseed Oracle deck for the main energy of the day. So we'll get some shuffles and we'll see what comes out, and then we'll read it together. For our best and highest good, what do we need to know today? One more shuffle. I struggled with those ones. All right. For our best and highest good, what energy are we working with this 7th? Timeless, really. For our best and highest good, one card out. See that one. I want to see if another one pops out. There we go. Okay, all right. All right, so we've got karmic relationships, Orion, energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. And then we also have big picture thinking. I'm going to hold these up for you to take a look at. And then I'll look at them with my own eyeballs. Wow, okay. Juicy. I feel like those two people that are standing like worlds apart right there sort of mirror this 11 energy in the big picture thinking. And then we look like we got like mirroring going on here, but it's a different reflection. Okay. First, we're going to start off with the karmic relationships card. So in my understanding and experience with karma, I feel like everything is karma. Everything that you do or say has a reaction. It has a consequence. There's something that's going to, come down the line. But there's also karmic soul ties that we have that have to do with like relationships and experiences that we decide upon before we come here to help us on our path for growing. And a lot of times in every life that we come down to earth will be manifested with these other soul families. And sometimes when that happens, we get blindsided. We get taken over a lot of times by this magnetic pull, and it's a mirror being held up, and it's like we seem to fit into these spaces in our hearts. We are called to each other, but there's a polarity that's there too. And the reason that karmic relationships, or what do they call them? Shoot, I can't remember right now. There's a reason why these are such difficult relationships. And we go through hardships. Now there is a lot of learning that can be done through positive experiences and through, winning or succeeding at different things in life, you know, but it seems like the lessons that teach us the most are the ones that feel like they burned. And this energy, it's like it's a mirroring energy, but we are standing on separate worlds. Like sometimes when we have relationships like this and there is this mirroring energy going on, there comes a point when there's a separation of it. And I'm seeing these almost like two giant atoms, even though they seem like two surfaces on worlds right here, where you're looking at each other from such a far way away, but that doesn't mean that that energetic connection and that link isn't still there, that there are lessons to go through that sometimes do entail heartache, but then they also can entail the coming together, the separating, the coming together. But yeah, there is certainly conflict within. It's like, I'm getting a sense of almost a selfishness, of like a selfishness that then shortchanges everybody that's involved, right? It's like this magnetic thing that just draws you so in, so close together. And it seems like everything, but when that happens, we have like blinders on. There are blinders on to a lot of other things that are going on around us. So while we could still be a part of this same atom and this same, you know, molecular structure, we have different motives, different motivations, different lessons to learn. And that is along this path. And a lot of times the only way that you could even see this is once you do get that separation. And that kind of separation too, it takes a long time because there is such an energetic, magnetic force involved with that. And also, if you have any kind of empathy or empathic nature to you, that will make it even more difficult because you'll be like completely convinced of your emotions for something, and it will allow you to just not see a lot of the things that are around you. Not a lot of things that other people are seeing that are happening around you. Now, what is most important is what you're seeing and where you are on your path. So I feel called to say that it would be a good idea for you to take a really good look at the relationships in your life and to be able to categorize and make a pros and cons list of what is, you know, serving you and what is not serving you, and what is serving your highest good and not serving your highest good, and be brutally honest with yourself about that. Now, the differences in that we come across with other people's, right? It's an amazing thing that there are so many different thoughts and energies and vibrations out there. But this polarity, you're being called to notice it and see it, to notice the differences. Hey, big hugs to you, AF. It's wonderful to see you. So you're being called to notice what these differences are so that you can go through this spiritual growth. Okay, so along this line, this big picture thinking, you are a visionary and you have inspired ideas. And to go through these sorts of major changes that a lot of times they deal with heartache, being totally blindsided, feeling like you've got the rug pulled out from underneath you, not understanding why things aren't lining up with how your emotions are. And especially when they seem so strong, right? We're being asked to rise above the situation, to really look and see from a bigger picture, because you have so much to give. This pillar energy, this 11 energy here, it speaks to your ability as a translator to speak into the world, not only just for your own life, but that when you speak and act and you just are as you are, that there's a certain charm or a specific way that you are able to relate the words that are coming out of your mouth, that is coming through your being, that's going to help other people to resonate with that. Something it'll jog something in them, almost like I'm seeing like NPCs, people that are stuck in programs. Like we're all are, you know, running on different programs and stuff, but it's a matter of being aware of them and everything in its own timing, you know. We could all be. I feel like I was an NPC for like a good 21 years, if not longer. like, so these things that happen, you are a translator, that when you can see things from a big picture, but you're being called to see things from a big picture when it comes specifically to your relationships. That seems to be like a blind side. That's the image I'm getting, because while there's these pillars up top here, and it's showing, right in front of you what this is, and it's like Pleiadian energy too, like how guided you are, like totally with the stars. Even though that's the case, this other reflection down below here, it's like not matching up. Like, you're being asked to really, draw out, see from a much wider scope, and be really honest with yourself about what's happening with your relationships in your life. And then thereafter, learn how to make positive boundaries that work for you and everyone. I'm not saying you should cut off your mom, or cut off your dad, or cut off your best friend. I'm saying look at the situation and find where you are, so that you can be better prepared to deal with what comes ahead, what lies ahead for you. Because there is a lot of soul growth coming here, and Spirit is really trying to prepare you for the changes ahead. Also, let's just address these colors right here. Let me get a sip. Wish bigger. I love that. So, purples and blues, and like reddy purples. Okay. So your communication skills are heightening, and they're mingling with this Pleiadian energy, this wisdom, this life force energy that flows through you, right from like the ether, right from the astral realms. This stuff flows naturally through you. And the more you get a better idea of this big picture thinking and this bigger scope, this bigger view, that will be in much better alignment with you and with your spirit guides. It will open your relationship with your spirit guides much, much farther. And this is going to have to do with you communicating, standing up for yourself, your emotions, your feelings. And when I say that, I'm not inferring that you should discount others' emotions. I'm saying to you that be aware and accountable of your own emotions. A lot of the times it's not what we say, it's how we say it. And that's true even to our own selves. All right. So it's one thing to have a conversation with someone, and it's a different thing to be completely triggered and just reacting. Right. And that's another reason why you're being called to look at these things from a bigger picture, so that you don't feel as blindsided by things. You don't get as triggered. When you do feel that you're triggered, go to the core of that. Keep asking yourself questions until you understand why and get through it. So we're going to read about the karmic relationships. I think they might be able to put in words another spin on all of that. That was a lot for me. That was a lot of emotion that I was feeling from that. Okay, so karmic relationships. The constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many starseeds who were part of this cosmic history are incarnate on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into a reactive, second-guessing mode, instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings, and then find mutual ground. We're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. Yet, that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? Your Starseed Soul Inquiry says, which relationships do you find the most challenging? How can you see things from a different perspective? How are you being called to allow growth through the conflict? That was very nicely said. I feel like that card triggered me. I'm still growing and learning. Oh, shoot. Okay, so let's get a couple of cards from the tea leaf to expand on this. Okay, I pulled 3. Let's see what they are. Ooh. Wow, this is so cool just because today is called the Day of Utopia in the personology birthday, a secret language of birthdays, and the picture of the day was grapes. And that's what we got right here. It's time to go out and have fun. All right, it's time to go out and have fun. Wow, this is giving me a really a totally different look on this as well. A wish is granted. Wishbone. What? Dude. And then the apple. Temptation will test you. Okay, so secondary storyline that is now available to me after pulling those cards. You have come so far already on this whole karmic path. All right. You've come so far. You've made decisions. You've cut out things that don't serve you. You've come to terms with a lot of things that are happening inside of you. And now it's time to move forward and start new patterns to go out and have fun. That you've come so far. You've come so very far that a wish is being granted for you. And when you go out and you start on this other new path, and we meet new people, we have fun out in the world. Now these new patterns that you have learned, these new ways of being, they're going to be tested. You will be tested. There will be temptation all around you. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. That's a beautiful thing. It'll help you solidify the reasons why you have decided to make the choices that you have made. And it will help you understand where you want to find balance in new areas. It'll also give you practice on deciding, give you practice on being in your path and still feeling really good about it when you are around things that aren't necessarily on your path. Desert, so good to see you. I love you, Rose. So that's exciting. All right. But still, you could still be in the thick of the karmic relationship and the conflicts therein. And there's still lots of lessons. We're always on this, this learning journey, this learning path. But you're still being called to this bigger picture. And maybe now it's time for you to just be like, hey, I can breathe easy. I'm doing really well. And thank you, Spirit, for guiding me. Help guide me some more, So there's always going to be those tests along the way. That's so cool. All right. I just washed my hair, so it's like extra flowy and wants to do whatever. So, all right, let's see what I'm saying. All right, let's get a daily crystal inspiration card. Twin flame. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, I'm not so sure about twin flames. Okay. For our best and highest good, to help us through this energy, wherever we may be on this karmic path with our karmic relationships, whatever, overview, big picture thinking we may be at, and maybe testing the waters to check out some new ways to be in the world and enjoy ourselves. What crystal, please, and thank you for our best and highest good. For our best and highest good. All right, what do we get? Hey, this one right here. Look at that. Golden Healer Quartz. Open the door. Dude, you're doing so good. One step at a time. You know, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's a beautiful thing, right? It's a beautiful thing. So let's see what the book has to say about that. Golden Healer Quartz. Another awesome stone I never heard of. Golden Healer Quartz. Open the door. Take it easy. You are ready to begin the process towards some form of healing. Think about an aspect of your life that is calling for your attention. Unlock the door to your subconscious mind so you can remember and overcome any experiences or feelings you may have blocked out. Allow yourself to acknowledge these emotions and then let your healing journey begin. Remember to take it slow and easy as you uncover the parts of yourself that need healing, as you embrace a better, stronger you on the other side of the door. Boom! That's really eloquent. Core questions. In which area of your life are you ready to begin your healing journey? What can you do to make yourself comfortable as you open the door to healing? What are small steps you can take to begin this process? Crystal action. Affirm, saying, I begin my healing journey. Today, choose one area of your life that could use an extra dose of healing. Take 5 minutes to tap into your subconscious and freely write about all your feelings. I love that. So helpful. I will look in the Book of Stones, who they are and what they teach us, to see if we have Golden Healer Quartz in there. There's lots of quartz, but I'm not sure if I ever came across that one, but I'll look in the contents. This is by Robert Simmons and Naisha Asian. Hey, it's in here. Yeah, 217. Okay. Let's see what this has to say. I always like this extra. It's way more in depth. Ooh, it's so beautiful. Look at this Golden Healer Quartz. It's awesome. Keywords: pure golden ray of spiritual light, self-healing, Christ consciousness. Elements are earth and fire, and it covers all chakras. Golden Healer Quartz is a silicon dioxide mineral with a hexagonal trigonal crystal system and a hardness of 7. These crystals are characterized by a rich yellow coating on part or all of their surfaces, caused by the presence of hematite. These crystals were first excavated in the 1980s by miners in Arkansas, USA, and were quickly recognized as a special category of metaphysical stone. Since then, golden healers have been found in Brazil as well, although the Arkansas crystals are more numerous and more popular. Golden healer crystals emanate profoundly powerful currents for the healing of the body and the expansion of consciousness. When I sat down to work with one of the Arkansas specimens, strong waves of pleasurable energy came in through my hands and swept through my body. At first, the waves moved up to the head, and my skull felt awash in a delicious energetic nectar. As I sat longer, the loving currents entered my heart area, and my beating heart responded to them, thumping in my chest as if in glad greeting of what had entered. When I asked the being of the Golden Healer Quartz about its nature, it answered, I am the Golden One, the divine messenger, the one who rides upon the current of divine fire, the one who delivers the divine fire. What you feel is the golden fire from the heart of the universe. Asking the stone about the nature of its mission in the world, I was shown a beautiful image of a gold-white spire of light touching the earth and uniting with an unseen point in the sky. I was also shown a memory image of a golden sun to which I had traveled in meditation many years ago. From this, I understood that the Arkansas golden healer crystals are attuned to the gold-white ray of spiritual fire, which is the same as the light many of us feel connected to and which we endeavor to ground here on the earth. I received another spoken message from the stone. It said, I can aid in the healing of your bodies, and this is very good, but I can also work with you to heal the world, and that is much better. Then I saw an image of people holding golden healer crystals, each person glowing with golden light, and among them formed a web of light that grew to enclose the whole earth. This shows me that the mission of the divine messenger expressing through the golden healers is to facilitate the fulfillment of the joint destiny of the earth and humanity, the co-creation of the earth as a planet of light. Wow. There's a lot more cool stuff here, but I'll get to the bottom now. Spiritually, golden healer quartz. Okay, so as pure stones, the golden ray, golden healer quartz crystals aid in drawing the highest spiritual light into the human being and into the earth. They can initiate one's connection to Christ consciousness. Emotionally, golden healer quartz brings an emotional tone of joy into one's life, helping one to feel inner joy regardless of outer circumstances. Physically, golden healer quartz naturally resonates for self-healing of the heart, lungs, and circulatory system. However, its golden light can infuse any area of the body and act as a catalyst for healing. The affirmation of the stone is, I awaken to the pure golden light within myself and in all that is. I dedicate my will to the actualization of the golden light in all of humanity and all of matter. Well, if that couldn't help us with karmic relationships and big picture thinking, I don't know what could. That is something else. Yeah, because I wish granted, and taking time to go out and have fun, being tested. Wow. Man, those words they felt really big inside of me. Thanks for sharing that with me, everyone. Let's get one last card out for the day from the Super Attractor deck, and we'll read it together. For our best and highest good, please and thank you. Okay, what do we need to know? Last message of the day, please and thank you. Oh, that hit my face. Oh, angel energy. Okay, when I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. Man, so protected by that angelic energy, by your guides, by the universe. Derasia, welcome in. Good to see you. So when I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. Absolutely. Another call to connect to spirit, to cultivate that relationship with spirit, to help you through these changing times, to help you through these karmic relationships, to really, feel it with certainty, magnitude, and ease. Making changes, it's not always the easiest thing, but it's a lot easier with spirit, and it's a lot easier with a positive mind frame. And that doesn't mean that we have to elude ourselves of what's going on around us. I think that it's easier once that mask drops away, no matter how heartbreaking what we see could be, right? I certainly needed this message today. I did feel like it was difficult for me to talk about it just from my own experiences. Like, I felt all like, oh, shit. Oh, gosh, but I'm just as human as you. So I hope that this could help you. Thank you for spending time with me. I love you guys. I love you so dearly. And I believe in humankind. I know there's a lot of craziness going on in the world, but each and every one of us is so very precious and vital and important. And that is certainly including you. So yeah, again, thank you. And I really appreciate and I'm so thankful for all of my friends and family. And I'm really thankful to StreamYard and YouTube for making this available. And lastly, and most importantly, thank you so much, Spirit. And thank you to all of the guides that are helping me every single day, every breath of my life. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah. Thank you so much.